Oh, great. Mr. Dيمستورا, it's great to see you.
Thank you, Farhan. Glad to be with you.
The reporters are here and ready for you, so please, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon from Brussels. After the adoption of the significant Resolution 2797 last Friday, and having metabolized its various elements, I've come to the conclusion it is time to make a few remarks. And I know some of you have been very curious about it. First, the Resolution 2797 is significant. And it's significant also because it demonstrates a renewed international energy and determination to resolve this conflict of 50 years. We didn't have it before. This has become particularly relevant now, this type of energy. As I've been saying once to member states, the UN Secretariat sometimes is like a sailing boat. It has the experience to reach a safe destination, but to do so, it requires a strong and constant wind, which means a serious engagement by one or more members of the Security Council and beyond. The Resolution 2797 was the result of a very proactive engagement of the pen holder through Dr. Masad Boulos and Ambassador Mike Waltz and other concerned members of the Council, including perhaps, I could say, even those who abstained or did not vote. Everyone was in one form or the other involved. The Resolution 2797, in its very articulated paragraph, does provide, and I stress this word, a framework for negotiations. It does not prescribe an outcome, which will, as always, in order to be sustainable, be the result of negotiations conducted in good faith. Let's remind everyone that engaging in negotiations does not mean automatically to accept the outcome. The important thing is to be part of them. So where are we today? Well, we are eagerly awaiting to see from Morocco the content of an expanded and updated autonomy plan as requested in my address to the Security Council October 16, 2024, and announced by His Majesty the King Mohammed VI in his recent address. In view of the strong support and substantive mandate provided by the Security Council Resolution 2797 to the Secretary General and his personal envoy, our own follow-up plan will be initially to call all the parties to submit proposals and suggestions in order to allow the UN to develop a broad agenda for direct or even, if necessary, indirect talks on the most relevant issues. We shall, of course, as indicated in Resolution 2797, take the 2007 Moroccan Autonomy Plan as a basis for these negotiations, and then soon, hopefully very soon, take into account also Morocco's expanded plan as an input, as well as using Frente Polisario's paper and other relevant ideas, as mentioned in the Security Council, which resolution, which is open to ideas as well. Last but not least, and also on behalf of my friend and colleague, USG Jean-Pierre Lacroix, I want to express our satisfaction for the extension of MINURSO until October 2026. This will certainly help to create an atmosphere of stability needed to accompany the future negotiations. In conclusion, now starts the real work towards a mutually agreed solution of the 50 years old conflict. And I count on the parties and the members of the Security Council to be constructively, constantly engaged in order to keep a positive momentum. thank you, Farhan. These were my comments, and I'm ready to take one or two questions, as you rightly said.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for that. I'll open up the floor for questions at this stage. Yes, Dulcie.
Thanks very much. I just wanted to ask you about the reaction to the resolution. The Moroccans say it's very pro-Moroccan, and I think the Western Sahara people also feel it's very positive for them. But where's the reality? Thanks.
I'm surprised you're asking this type of question with your great experience of knowing that resolutions, as you know, is a framework, is a roadmap, is an indication. Now we will be able to tell you, I hope soon, soon than later, how all this can translate into what we all want, a sustainable, mutually agreed outcome. The atmospherics are in the right direction. Now start the real work. So let's talk in about a month about that.
Thank you, Mr. Dيمستورا. My question is about paragraph 2 of the resolution. It talks about facilitating the negotiations based on the Moroccan suggestion of self-rule or self-autonomy. That would the aim to reach a just, permanent end to the conflict that agreed by both parties. How could this mixture of the suggestion in Morocco would lead to a permanent, just, and acceptable to both parties resolution?
Well, I'm sure you read the resolution, and I can see you have done it. So yeah. It is a very articulated resolution. Every word has been calculated and is part of a discussion or a compromise, anyway, of a message. There are many messages in it, and all of them, in a way, can, if properly utilized, lead towards a discussion, a negotiation, frankly, a real negotiation on the outcome of this conflict. For instance, I give you one example. There are several, actually. They are very clear who are the parties. The parties now are Morocco, Polisario, and Algeria and Mauritania. It's very clear that the principle of self-determination is there. There is a clear reference to Moroccan sovereignty, as you know. There is the Charter of the UN being mentioned clearly. There is a need and a clearly expressed need for a mutually agreed solution. There is a genuine autonomy requirement, in other words, not just autonomy, but a genuine autonomy. And there is an opening for submitting ideas to support a final mutually agreed solution. In other words, there is an option and a possibility for a genuine real discussion, of course, discreet at the beginning, hopefully then in a more open way. There is a concern for the funding for the Sahrawi refugees, which was a concern, and we were always worried where they would not be there. There is a standard request for no preconditions, which will help the facilitators to actually avoid that there are immediately preconditions. And then there is a role given, a mandate to the Secretary General and to the personal envoy to not only facilitating but conducting negotiations. Well, all that taking as a basis the autonomy plan, but also open, as you could see, for a lot of other and constructive ideas. And then there is the renewal of MINURSO. You see how many points are coming together. Each of them is important to one side or the other, and hopefully to both of them if we properly present them.
Okay. Do we have time for one last question?
Yes, but that should be the last, I'm afraid.
Okay. Evelyn.
Yes, how do you do, sir? Evelyn Leopold. We've met over many years.
Yes.
Yes. What? I'm sorry. Did you say something? No. What did you? Is the Polisario happy with this deal?
Well, Evelyn, I think you should ask them, frankly. I would not ever paraphrase whatever the position on every party is there. What I do know that we are going to engage them following this resolution. And I hope they will be a part of this engagement.
Thank you.
Very much, Mr. Demistura, and good luck with the work ahead.
Thank you, Farhan. Thank you very much.